everyone, Stoic here. Oh, there's my cat. Today I got an iron build for you, and it's probably one of the easier builds I've done. I do believe it's very resource friendly, especially the type of resources it's using. I like to play survival, so I want something that was very useful in survival and pretty easy to build. It puts out a good amount of iron, and I'll show you how I take advantage of some of the 1.14 mechanics that have changed things with the villagers. But let's go ahead and dive right in, all right? All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to lay down an 8x4 area here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, and then bring that on around. Okay, we're going to come in here to the inside, and we'll go ahead and knock out these 4. You can do your collection system however you want. But this is how we'll start. So put your chest there, and then we're just going to set hoppers in this hole here. So we'll set a hopper into that chest, a hopper into that chest. Could have laid these out first, couldn't I have? All right. So let me see if I can quit the bouncy here. All right. So a hopper into that chest, hopper into that chest. All right. So we're good there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get our glass, and we're going to go up another set here. Go all the way around. All right, now we're going to branch off from here with one of our basically one of our water lines, and I'm off there and off here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to this spot here, this corner, and we're going to go up 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is going to be the floor of your villager chamber. Okay, so we just need to go out. Let's see, so 8. So we had 8 wide here, and we need a total of 12 wide. So we're just going to add 2 to this end. Okay. And then we're going to come back this way. You should be hanging over 2 on this end as well. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. Okay. And then we'll come 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're just going to fill all this in. Okay. Fill all this in, and all this in, and this. All right. So this is the floor of your villager chamber. All right. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll just put a row of glass all the way around, just one level. All the way around here. Okay, and then what I'm going to have you do is just kind of stagger. We want to stagger 10 of these. Or I'm sorry, we're not going to stagger 10 of these. We're going to put 20 of these in. They're not going to be too exact because I do want my meeting bell out here somewhere in the center. So we'll go ahead and lay that down. And then we're going to put down 20 of these around. So 2, 3. Okay, so there's 9. We'll set one right here for good measure. And then we'll put 10 down this side here, okay? And then you're just going to fill the rest of this in with glass. Okay. And then we're going to grab our beds and we're just going to set 10 beds down in here. And I'll get to why I do mine 10 beds, 20 composters once we get to the villagers. All right. Whoops. All right. So let's go ahead and what we're going to do now is we're going to put another row of glass on here. Haha, I'm having trigger finger. All right. So there's our chamber. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and put our villagers in here, and then I'll kind of explain some of my thought process on my iron golem farm. Okay. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. And so I got all their villagers in here. There's 20 villagers in here. We're going to go ahead and put a top on, and I'll explain to you kind of why I do 20 villagers, 10 beds. So through all my testing and trying different iron farms, one thing I did notice is that not every villager is going to sleep every night. For whatever reason, I've tried spreading the beds out, giving them a ton of room, but they don't all sleep. And that's very important, and I'll explain why. Essentially, a golem spawning is based on a few things, not just the gossip of our villagers. All right, so we've got our little meeting point here with the bell. They all can do their gossiping, which is great. And supposedly the villager that actually does the gossiping is the one who's going to spawn the golem. But there are some other requirements, one of which is that the villager that spawns the golem has slept within the last 24,000 ticks, which is basically a game day. And so what I do is I put twice as many villagers as I do beds in there, because I know that if I put 10 villagers in there and 10 beds, that not every villager is going to sleep. And what I'm doing here is I'm basically hopefully increasing my chance of a golem being spawned by filling as many bed spots as possible. So if villager number 10 does not want to sleep, maybe villager number 11 will slip into his spot and sleep, and might be the villager that's going to spawn that golem. And so that's kind of the thought process behind this. At the end of this, once it's all built, I'll run a daylight cycle on it so you can see them sleeping, and then you can even with 20 villagers, I've had it where not all the villagers are in not all the bed slots are filled in this situation. So, but you can kind of see what I'm going for towards the end once this build is done. All right. So we'll go ahead and pick up off from here, and what we're going to do here, you've got your floor. We're going to come over here, and we're going to bring this glass out and around. Okay. And then we're going to grab I'm using smooth stone just because it's easy to see the grid. All right. And remember, you've got 12 this direction here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start laying our stone. All right. So you can grab any end. We're going to start from the side of the chamber. And first thing you're going to do is come out 9 this direction. Okay. And then you're going to come over here and do the same thing. And then we'll join those two together. And we're going to fill all this in. We'll knock 4 blocks back out, but for now, just for ease. Well, I'll show you here. So you're going to do 3 rows on that side. You're going to come over here and do 3 rows. Okay. And then, I'm sorry, you're actually going to do 4 rows on the furthest out section, okay? Because we got the wall we got to put in too. All right, so fill that in, and then you've basically got, you want to leave this spot open right here in the center, okay? So we'll just go ahead and mark this like that, and then you're just gonna fill the rest of this in. All right, and there's your first platform, okay? So we'll go around here and do the same thing on the other side. All right, so we got our platforms on both sides, and now we need to come out, do the same thing over here. We're gonna go out 4, so we're gonna be 12 wide again, and 9 deep. So we need to come out 9 from here. And then come over here and do the same thing. And then close these up. And then we're going to fill in 3 of these rows out here away from the villager chamber. Then do the same thing on the back side here. Or up, I'm sorry, up against the villager chamber. Three rows. And then you're just going to fill in the 4 outermost. So like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to come over here, skip 2, and do the same thing. 4 on this side. Okay. So, and then you'll just go to the other side, do the exact same thing. All right, we got our first level platform in place. So now we're going to go ahead and switch to our glass block, and we'll put some walls up on these. We're going to go 2 high, and I'll show you here. You're going to go all the way around here on this one. But what we are going to do is we're going to run this one around as well. So you can stop there on this side, basically your horseshoe pattern on the what would look like the end of your villager chamber. And then you can come to that villager chamber and go all the way around, okay? All right, and then we'll do our horseshoe with the other side. Again, you're doing a horseshoe pattern with the end of your villager chamber. Okay. All right, and now we'll go all the way around with this this platform. All right, there we go. So we've got the platform, first level platform completely built, and walls all around it. We'll put the second level here in a second. What you're going to do for that is you're going to go 3 high. Basically, you're going to put it above your composters if you want a marker, but you're going to have 3 blocks between your 2 platforms. So right here is where you want your next platform at, okay? And you'll just do the same thing. We'll come out 9 deep, okay? Make sure you get your blocks, your glass blocks in on this next level the same exact way for your walls, and your holes are in the same exact location as well. Okay, so I will go ahead and do that and then rejoin you in a second. All right, we've got the second deck on. So one thing you do want to come around here and do is throw another level, another row of blocks around the edges of your village compartment, villager compartment there, okay? So we'll get these in there. And all right, so these are ready to be signed and watered. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our signs. Basically, you just want to go to every hole. We'll go ahead and drop down in here and do this one first. you want to throw a sign basically on at least on 4 blocks across from each other, the 2 across from each other. It doesn't matter if you do it this way or this way, you just need to throw 4 signs in there, 2 each side across from each other. Okay, so do that on every hole, and then we'll go ahead and start putting our water in these platforms. All right, we've got signs in all of our holes. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our water, and every one of these platforms down below and up above, you're just going to throw water in the corners. Okay, and your signs will keep and that's fine that they cover like that. That'll actually help keep the iron golem immobilized. They don't like to move around a lot in water. So, but if you'll notice, it does not allow water down through, so they'll fall down through, but it doesn't allow the water to come down. All right, so just do that on every platform, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, we got the water on all our platforms now, as you can see here. All right, and so now what we want to do is go ahead and come down here. We're going to start building our collection. Now you need to find, so your villager container runs this way. On the short sides, okay, which is what I call these, basically the broad sides, you're actually going to come down here and you're going to, instead of putting it right behind this hole, you're actually going to start your glass back here, okay? And the biggest reason for this is it'll give us the distance we need so that we don't have to use any signs or anything. The water can run right to the edge. All right, so what we'll do is we'll come up here, 1, 2, and then we're going to come back all the way to about right there, okay? I'm going to do that with both sides. And go ahead and come down with this. Okay. And then you're essentially just going to fill these sides in here. Now, what I'm going to do before I go any further is I'm going to go ahead and grab my water. Now that I've got this, make sure you've got this, at least the first layer on this side, and this is all enclosed now. I'm going to go ahead and throw a water bucket there and a water bucket there, okay? That should not flow over the edge, and it's not, so we're good to go. So we'll go ahead and fill this in, and we'll do the same thing on the other side, okay? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and throw our water in here as well. Should not run over the edge, doesn't. All right, we'll fill this in. We'll start on the ends. All right, for the ends, you're going to actually put your the back of your channels right at the back of the hole. And this time, because of the distance, you don't have to worry about your water running over the edge. So we're going to do the exact same thing. It's just, like I said, the only difference is where you place this back wall. Just to show you one more time, on the length, yeah, the long way of your chamber, villager chamber, you're going to put them at the back of the hole. On the short, you're going to back it up 2 blocks behind the hole, okay? So just don't get them confused. All right, well, just like the other channels, we'll go ahead and throw the water in. It should not run over the hole or over the edge, and it doesn't. So we're good there. All right, we'll go to the other side and do the exact same thing. All right, and then before we close this up, what we're going to do is hop down in here, and we're going to put a bunch of signs up. All right, so we're going to put one there, one there, one there, there, then off to the right and off to the left. And then you're going to repeat this pattern on the other side. All right. Then what we're going to do is grab our water bucket. We're going to drop some water there and there, there and there. Okay. So that'll help when they come off the upper shelf here. That'll push them into our center area here, and in our center area, make sure I'm on the right side to get out of here. In our center area, we're going to put lava. So just get 4 buckets of lava, put one there, one there, one there, and one there. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and close this up. All right. And then we're just going to go ahead and close this up. All right. And there we go. That is the finished product. I'll let it run I'll start letting it run a daylight cycle, and I'll show you our villagers sleeping, and then we'll see if we can't. We'll give them a couple of cycles here, and we'll see if they can't start producing us some iron golems. Be right back. All right, so this is our first game night, and you can see here you've got about 6, I think, 6 out of our 20 sleeping. All right. And so this is why, and there'll be more and more every night, but this is why I put more villagers in than beds, because I know that not all the villagers are going to sleep anyway. So I'm trying to get as many villagers, increase my odds of having villagers that have slept so that I can have villagers that will spawn golems. All right. But this is essentially why I do that. And I have noticed that the first night, it takes about 3 game cycles, which is about an hour in real time for them to start regularly spawning golems at a decent rate. And I have noticed on the first night that usually that's when the fewest villagers sleep. I expect more beds to be filled the next night, and then more the night after that, and then we'll start hopefully getting some golems. All right, so we got our build done here, and looky there, what do we got? That looks like a couple of iron golems right off the bat. Oh no, there's more than a couple. There's 3. So this thing's really producing them already. I hope you enjoyed the build. I was looking for something that would be very resource friendly and easy. I think this is one of the easier builds I've ever done, and I think it's pretty resource friendly, especially for survival. I mean, you're talking about stone, glass, wood, signs, chests, 4 hoppers, some beds. There's nothing really here that's too difficult to get. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful. If you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button, and I would encourage you to subscribe. I really appreciate it. Help support the channel. And otherwise, I will see you next time. Thank you very much.